Welcome back to the Near Post podcast. We probably weren't going to do a video, but obviously massive breaking news today. I don't know why it's a surprise, like it was inevitable, but Frank Lampard has been sacked by Chelsea, and it looks like Tommy Tuchel is coming in. Peter, what's the initial reaction to this news?
Yeah, I don't actually know why it came as a shock because, we started this page off with a bit of Frank slander, and
Absolutely, yeah.
I looked at my phone. I just thought it was very out of the blue, and I think they'd obviously been working on this in the background for a while, with how quick Tuchel's been appointed and everything. But look, he had to go. He had to go, blood. He had to go.
I know he did. It's time to go.
Yeah,
Like I was looking there, I seen it on Twitter and looked it up. I have it here actually. He has the worst win percentage out of any Chelsea manager under Roman Abramovich. Like the worst. The worst points, worst points per game.
Give him time.
But I don't know, like there is a lot of deluded Chelsea fans, I think. Obviously, look, he's a club legend and stuff, but the man, he should have never gotten the job in the first place. Like, what has he done? I remember arguing, like, he took Derby from fifth to sixth, bottled the playoff final, took Chelsea from third to fourth, bottled the FA Cup final, spent 250 odd million or whatever he spent, has a world class squad, and now they're in the mid table. So I wouldn't even say it's ruthless by Roman, it's just sensible.
Yeah, I thought he was being very kind, letting him stay on this long, with Roman's track record. But they're obviously going to give him a bit extra time being a club legend and everything. But
Yeah.
if you're him, when he gets offered that job, I don't even think he'd nearly want that himself. But he kind of, he's going to have to take it. Yeah, you can't refuse it. You're gonna ruin. He's going to ruin his name either way by doing it. You know what I mean? It's a kind of a lose-lose situation.
I think Lampard goes down as Chelsea's best ever player, worst ever manager. I think that sums up best ever player, worst ever manager.
Yeah, quite a fair title for him.
Yeah, look at that squad. People saying the players have been poor. Yeah, they have been, but I honestly think Tommy Tuchel's coming in. He's obviously a decent manager. Good track record. Like, he's had Thiago Silva at PSG. He's had Pulisic. Kind of made him at Dortmund. Obviously, the German connection with Havertz and Werner. So I think they'll definitely get in the top four now. When coming in, there's half a season to be played. They're still in the Champions League. They're still in the FA Cup. They can definitely still have a decent season.
Yeah, they can definitely still have a decent season. I'm not sure about top four though. I just think Leicester are getting that top four without a doubt. Just been on fire this season. But once again, it's just another thing Steven Gerrard's better than Frank Lampard at, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Gerrard, first job, he's going to win a title. Lampard, well, he hasn't won it in his time as a manager. I know it's only brief, but he's lost two finals. He's just flattered to deceive, really. And, I think the only reason they didn't do it after the Leicester draw, obviously Chelsea won 3-1 in the FA Cup on Sunday. I think the only reason they didn't do it was they were just kind of finalising Tuchel, talking to his people or whatever. But they got him in, and definitely the right decision. I see he only got an 18-month contract, so I think he'll last, that's a year and a half. I think he'll last no more than 2 years. Tuchel, he'll do a decent job and he'll be sacked off again. But sure, that's how Chelsea operate. And let's be honest, they've been successful doing that, so right decision.
Yeah, they're mad. You seen, that's the first English manager they got in over 2 decades. Get Frank in. Yeah, Abramovich has that thing. They demand results out there, and if they don't get them, they don't really get the time of day. Think of all them great managers that have gone through that. They've probably should have given more time, and then it must be frustrating as a Chelsea fan to see the likes of Rafa, Sarri, all them kicked out the door nearly. And
Ancelotti was sacked while he was in the stadium, one of the best managers of all time. So I think that just says it all. People crying about.
And then Frank giving the time of day and the checkbook.
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously threw it on the story there just to get a bit of reaction of what the followers think, and let's just see some of the reaction. Mixed reaction, to be fair. A lot of people standing up for Frank. Thomas Tuchel put the cones out for Unai Emery at PSG. That's fair enough. Lamb should have Lamps should have been given more time. Frank should have gotten more experience and then went to a big club like Chelsea. Yeah, that's fair. He should have went to let's say mid-table Premier League club or even lower league, something like Palace or something. Maybe if he would have got the job.
Right, so he could get them relegated.
Yeah, well, should have at least proved himself. We've got other people saying very harsh. Top 4 last year with transfer ban and last 16 this year, the Champions League. Yeah, but in one of the only reason they got top 4 is because Leicester fell off a cliff the last 10 games of the season.
Yeah.
No mention of them bottling the cup final against Arsenal as well. Lampard should never have gotten the job. Such little experience. Yeah, agreed.
That's what it though. That's starting to become a recurring trend in football. Even obviously Stephen's done a great job over in Rangers, but he was appointed with relatively none. He had a bit underage in Liverpool, and that was it. You've seen all these players are starting to come in. Just because they're a good player doesn't necessarily mean they're a good manager. You've seen Gary Neville,
Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira. The list goes on. Yeah, the list goes on. Got a few more comments. Fat Lamps was a fraud. Completely agree. They don't give managers time. Roy Keane quote with absolutely. Roy Keane is dead right. Someone's quoted him there. Yeah, look, right decision. And to be honest, I don't know why Chelsea fans are crying. This is good news for them. I think the results will turn around. Timo will start bagging. Havertz will get going. I think they're going to go on a nice little run now.
Yeah, well, look, they're still, what are they, third team in London. West Ham even better than this year, but
at the minute, yeah.
That man, Thomas Tuchel. But anyway.
What a player.
Look, he just, he had to go. The only silverware he brought in was Thiago.
Thiago Silva, yeah.
They're just, everyone was mad when he came in. Oh, he's playing the youths.
The only reason he played the youth because he had this transfer ban, so that's all he could play. As soon as the transfer ban is uplifted or whatever, he gets the cash book. He gets excited. He signs all the supposedly main men. Let's be honest, they're still very good players. I think once they
Frank thinks he's playing FIFA, lad.
Yeah, pretty much, or football manager, whatever. He literally was playing a real life version of Football Manager, and he failed or whatever. But
bought Timo Werner's in for him.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz one to watch. He thinks he's gone.
Yeah. Look, do you think he'll get it just before we finish the Frank Lampard, Chelsea, Tommy Tuchel? Do you think he'll get a job elsewhere? He probably will, based off his name.
Yeah, look, it wasn't in. As much as you slander him, it wasn't an absolute complete flop. He still probably has a bit of potential as a manager. He was very raw coming into that job. It was a big task for him. He might get another job, maybe a championship side again. Not a competing team, maybe the likes of a Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, something like that. Just big him up again, get the confidence up, and then try to get into the Prem or whatever. But yeah, I can't see him getting a big job, but I can definitely see him getting another job again, or probably Sky Sports. There's one.
Yeah, he was with BT for a while, wasn't he? I think give him an MLS job or something where it's his right standard. That's his level. Let's be honest. Obviously, Tommy Tuchel's coming in. Look, I think he gets slandered a bit too much. Obviously, we put the picture up on Insta, Tubby Tuchel, but that's a joke, to be fair. If he performs like Frank, though, it'll be real. But realistically, he was the only manager that actually got the PSG team to a Champions League final. They were beaten by an absolute class Bayern side. So I think it's a good appointment. I think he's obviously German speaking, plenty of that in the Chelsea ranks. Did a decent job at Dortmund, won the German FA Cup. So I think it's a decent appointment. There's not too many managers out there they could have got.
Yeah, I definitely think the likes of Rafa and that, we thought bringing him back would have been immense. But I'd say they had this cleared up anyway for a while now. Yeah, there's not many managers really on the market at all now.
No.
Normally there's a few knocking about. There hasn't been too many people getting fired now with COVID, I think.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a factor. Yeah, look, I think he'll do a decent job. Obviously, Chelsea won 3-1 at the weekend FA Cup. Man United beat Liverpool 3-2, and our piss poor run of form continues.
Yeah, just before we move on though, where do you think Chelsea will finish in the league this year?
I think they'll come fourth with Tuchel
You
in.
think
They'll
they'll
come fourth. Yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say they make top four, anyways. Not win the title, not being a title race, but they'll get top four.
Right,
People
I
are
think
overlooking their squad is very, very good. Like,
I just think it's coming on a bit. I think by the time he settles down, it's probably going to be another 3 or 4 weeks before he settles in. I think it'll just be too late. They'll make a decent push at the end, but I think Tottenham and Leicester will finish above them.
we shall see. We shall see. Anyways, obviously the big result of the weekend: Man United 3, Liverpool 2. Thoughts?
Yeah, well, look, it was. We can't throw a lot of blame in. Like, obviously, anyone could clear to see Reece Williams isn't good enough there, but.
Oh, the kid, I just want to say that, like, he is 19. He's your age. Like, he's 19. He was literally playing conference for Kidderminster Harriers or whatever they called last year. Like, what is Klopp, like, what do you expect? Like, it's literally playing with, he's playing with hand tied behind his back like Klopp. He's just playing two midfielders at the back. Like, I didn't mean to get into this rant, but fucking hell, FSG made
FSG.
Like, Klopp has made, no one really talks about them because of the job Klopp has done, but realistically, they're stingy as hell. Like,
yeah, I seen there, right? I don't know when. I think it was in the summer, maybe. It was at the end of last year, and they bought anyway 200 million yacht. Right? They're wrapping up. They're putting loads of money into the American teams. I heard
the Yankees,
Red Sox, and all
the Red
them.
Sox, yeah.
And like, they're after. They can't even say there's an issue for money, right? They put money. We have to win the Premier League, Champions League. The amount of sales we've got, like, we've been mugging out, getting a few million for Ryan Brewster and the likes of them. Like,
massive, like 27 million. We absolutely ripped Sheffield United off. The man, he hasn't scored yet. Like, he's barely had a shot on target. Let's be honest. We got 27 million from him with a buyback that we won't be using, I would imagine.
Yeah, but like, we know they've got money. Like, when you have a manager like Klopp, right? Like, you need to be treating him well there. Like, all the slander we were giving Frank, like, he got treated well though. Gave him the checkbook. They put faith in him. If Abramovich can back Lampard with an absolute dog shit track record, how can Jurgen Klopp not get backed?
Yeah, see,
he said it numerous times, and he's not shy anymore. I feel like he's getting fed up. He said he wants a defender.
You look at it, right?
With Werner, sorry. And they won't give out the money for him. Klopp's been saying now, like, I need defender. He said, I'm not going to throw my toys out of pram. He's not like that. But eventually, he's going to get fed up.
Of course he will. Like, you look at it, right? City, I think it was Laporte got an injury back early in the season. What does City do? They try to get Koulibaly. Okay, they can't get him. They try to get Jules Koundé. Okay, they can't get him. Okay, here's 60 million. Give us Ruben Diaz. Bang. Deal done within a couple of days. There was no hype. Just gets it done. A world-class centre-half in. You look at Man United. Okay, as much as we slag Maguire or whatever, they still gave Ollie the money. Here's 80 million. But there's Maguire. You know what I mean? Like, I know we've spent big on Van Dijk, 75 million, and big on Alisson, but that's coming from the sale of Coutinho. I think we got 140 odd million for him. That basically equals off them. Like, we're a sell to buy club, which it can only go so far. Like, before, I think, like, who can we sell in this January? I don't see our squad's too thin now with all the injuries and stuff. Literally, even for the sake of 10, 15 million to really, really give us a better chance this season, I'm not asking for a Koulibaly or a Varane. I'm asking for, don't know who, like an average, solid centre back. There's people out there, offer them a 1-year contract or a 6-month contract or whatever. Literally costs them nothing. But look, hopefully they surprise us and do something. But time is ticking. Like, there's less than a week till deadline day.
And I've seen all this stuff, right, on Twitter for about, I mean, a good 6 months now. Oh, big signings come for Liverpool in the summer. Big signings. I've seen this everywhere, plaza everywhere. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
What use is, like, everyone's saying, oh, Mbappe and all this. It's, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think we are. Like, we need another centre-back, at least, right?
Mm-hmm. At least one. Realistically, we need two. All we're asking for is one here.
You think about the squad that they brought in Tomiskas. I think they just bought someone just to say they bought someone, because he hasn't been great. He hasn't been given any game time.
He's hardly played, so it's hard to make anything of him, to be fair.
Then we go right back. Well, we have Trent.
Nico Williams.
Not really. And Nico. Nico's very good, but to be honest, I can't see Trent staying right back his whole career.
Yeah, look, I think this is a different matter, though. I really think for the centre half, like, I seen there was links to, I think it was bullshit links, to be honest, to Socrates, because obviously he's left Arsenal on mutual agreement and all that.
I think he's close to closing in with Olympiacos.
Yeah, I seen that as well. I think, like, I would have taken him. I don't rate him at all, just to get someone at centre half back there. Like, we're playing two midfielders there with Henderson and Fabinho most of the time, so I don't know. And
Henderson's hamstring is like a cheese string.
Yeah, it's not talked about, though, FSG, because the work Klopp has done, the work Michael Edwards has done. I know they've appointed them. Very, very good appointments.
That's just that's just our club, though. Mm-hmm. We've always been very nice with owners or whatever. Like, we don't put as much pressure as, say, the Glazers have on Man United to give out the money. We do and we don't. But sure, remember we never reach them. We're getting very fed up now, and it is so frustrating. Like, you look, Gini Wijnaldum, they won't give him more money. That's another big lad gone in that midfield. Yeah, one thing I'd say about that, I think us not having the fans in the stadium, like with the fans in the stadiums, we voice our opinions. Like, remember the ticket prices with Gillette and the fan. I think there was something like 40,000 fans left. And they wouldn't, and they actually changed their decision, didn't put up the ticket prices. Obviously, we seen early in the summer or sometime went to furlough as well.
The furlough, and obviously they referred it back, like just another indication that this club doesn't want to spend money. I'm not asking for Man City or PSG or that sort of number. I just want to fucking back the manager that's done so much. I just want a centre half. I want a bit of squad depth. Like, it's really, really annoying. Absolutely. I think only positive we can take, though, from this weekend is we scored a goal. Scored two. Yeah, Mohamed Salah. Yeah. Nice to see it, but... Yeah, hate saying it. Shout out, that was some free kick by Fernandes. Fucking hell. It was hard to watch, but it was some free kick. Yeah, obviously mistakes by Reece Williams. To be honest, I don't really want to talk about that. Like, mistakes. He's a 19-year-old kid playing conference last year, as I said. That's to be expected playing against world-class players like Rashford. But I like the front three looked a bit more lively. I thought Bobby had a good game, Bobby Firmino. For some, like, I thought he was very average for a lot of it, and then for about 10-15 minutes in the second half, he really shined. But we needed to bag in a few more goals in that time if we wanted to see it out. We didn't take as many chances as we should have, but... Yeah, look. It was just an all-round performance. It was okay. I think United probably did deserve it. I hate to say it. I thought they did. Marcus Rashford was an animal. Looked very quality finish, to be fair, after... Greenwood as well. Solid. Yeah. I think I was saying with Greenwood, I know he hasn't done much this season, but I think I was saying to a few United fans last year, he's going to turn out to be better than Rashford. Like, he is miles more raw talent than Rashford, in my opinion. I think I hate saying it, but he's class. He's so two-footed. He's so skillful. Yeah. He's just a really good finisher. And, yeah, good finish by him. That finish was that first goal, like, how composed. Yeah. You hear, if you actually seen it back, Robbo was screaming at him as he took the shot. Yeah. He slotted away nicely, to be fair. Look, we're not, to be honest, the main talking point... Obviously, it was Frank Lampard, but the main talking point from the weekend, it just highlighted our centre-back problems and how inept their board are or whatever. How how stingy they can be. I'm not saying, because they haven't been horrendous. Like, they've recruited very, very well. They spent some money, but it just doesn't get highlighted enough that we're a sell-to-buy club. Most of our signings come off the back. Obviously, remember the Luis Suarez signing, the Luis Suarez that sale or whatever. That's how we got a few players in. But yeah, just doesn't really get talked about enough.
Like even Mo Salah, if we did sell him, he's going to be sold at a massive profit. Mane, any of them, like just like what we've got lucky with a few signings. Like, well, they need to start spending big bucks. The market's gone that way.
Yeah,
they have to start realizing it. Like they're making loads of money. You look at all them jersey sales, and they're making loads. It'd be nice to throw a bit back in.
No, it's just
that's all we're asking for.
What I was comparing it, just the way you look at it. Obviously, we don't have the spending power. See, I know I mentioned it, but literally, Laporte's injured. Oh, they already have 3 centre halves. No, it's all right. We'll get you Ruben Diaz. Oh, say with their fullbacks. Oh, Kyle Walker 50 million, Cancelo 65 million, Mendy 50 million. They've got Zinchenko there. Oh, Danilo, he didn't work out grand. We'll sell him. You know what I mean? It's just the way they act. Pep asks and he gets. Klopp doesn't know what he's getting, I'd say, half the time. But anyways, just talking about. Anything else you want to say before we finish up?
I want to say a big to Curry's because I still haven't got my delivery yet. My microphone and everything. So
still waiting. Yeah, and your webcam as well.
Yeah, so Curry's, if you're watching this, please deliver them.
Yeah, fair. Right. Thanks for watching, and look, stay tuned for our socials, whatever. We'll keep posting on that. Obviously, sad day. The Fat Frank memes have finally ended until he gets a new job. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Definitely don't follow the socials, boys. Something's coming this week, right?
Yeah, big things.